A man wanted to break out of prison using just a spoon. He placed the spoon under his shoe to get it dirty, then immediately asked the guard for a clean replacement. His teammate distracted the guard while he made his move. It looked like he only took one spoon, but he actually grabbed two. Back in his cell, Jack found a coin and bundled some matches together to make a small fire. Next, he split the spoon in half and used a nail file to grind the coin into powder, creating aluminum dust. He then connected the spoon pieces with the nail clippers. Finally, his makeshift escape tool was complete. Jack's plan was to use this tool to dig through the ventilation grate in his cell. With the tool, his efficiency improved dramatically. During daytime activities, Jack secretly disposed of the debris from his digging. Before long, he had carved out enough space in the vent to crawl through. Next, he used newspapers he had collected earlier to create a fake vent covered the same shape as the original. He painted it the same color as the wall to make it look authentic. Then he made a dummy head out of newspaper, covered it with mud, and attached real hair. Finally, he placed it in his bed to make it look like he was sleeping. He crawled into the hole he had dug, placing the fake vent cover behind him as he left. Behind the cell was a drainage tunnel. He climbed up through these pipes until he reached the top. Jack found himself trapped. There was a solid iron grate blocking his way. Just then, a guard came by on patrol. When he saw the dummy head in bed, he deliberately dropped his baton to make noise. When Jack still didn't react, the guard was about to reach out and check. Fortunately, Jack had just made it back to his bed in time. The next day at mealtime, Jack told his cellmate about the close call. Jack said that to escape, he would need a power drill. His teammate felt hopeless in this heavily guarded prison. Finding a drill seemed impossible. However, Jack had already figured out a solution. During the prison concert that day, Jack spotted an electric fan on the table. After the event ended, his teammate provided cover while he slipped the fan into a music case. Late that night, Jack pulled out his homemade drill and went to work on the iron grate. Though progress was slow, the noise was minimal. The patrolling guards couldn't hear a thing. Jack worked like this for 2 weeks straight until he finally broke through the iron barrier. Then Jack found his teammates to discuss the plan. Tomorrow night, they would make their escape. That day, Jack and his teammates placed dummy heads on their beds. The escape was officially underway. They climbed up through the ventilation system. Everything went smoothly. Soon they reached the iron grate. They helped each other up and successfully made it to the prison rooftop. Under cover of darkness, the three men dodged the searchlights and slowly made their way down the drainage pipes. Now they faced one final obstacle, an iron fence. Despite their exhaustion, they climbed with all their strength. They quickly scaled the fence and ran toward freedom. The three men successfully reached the shoreline. They pulled out life vests they had sewn themselves and inflated them. Once everything was ready, all three jumped into the water. Using the buoyancy of their life vests, they successfully swam away from Alcatraz prison. The next morning, when the guard called Jack to wake up, he discovered only a dummy head in the bed. This incredible movie is called Escape from Alcatraz.